Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to work on the face dashboard. This was brought up yesterday again. It's obviously a topic a lot of people want to talk about. And the reason I never worked on this is because I usually just put it off because I never refactored any of it. So if we look at this beautiful class, you see it's very long. We use a lot of components we don't use anywhere else. And yeah, and it's also like a class, class component, not a hook component. It's not TypeScript, it's JavaScript. And yeah, I think we're just going to focus on that for today. And we will maybe pick a couple of easy fixes. So let's see. If we go here on faces, then we have delete person, but you cannot delete a person, right? Okay. What else? Improve face recognition photo pop-up. Alright, something like this. That also seems hard. I kind of want to just face. Alright, here we go. So rescan faces failed. Folding for each face list. That's one thing we could do. Rename, remove, train faces and dashboard. Yep, that's also there. I don't think it's needed there. Face labeling workflow, cluster distinct unknown faces for easy labeling. Yep, that's very hard. Enable ability to click the name heading in Infern to confer. Okay. Yeah, that's like one of these issues that shouldn't be hard to implement, I think. And we can work on this while refactoring stuff. So we have here a lot of faces, and if we go to invert, right, so let's do this. Person 1 and person 2. And then we click on, alright, why he's still thinking that he's running clip embeddings, which he isn't. I don't know why it still gets stuck. That's also an issue. Alright, now we click on train faces. And now we have here inferred faces, or we should have inferred faces. Yes. Right. So the idea is that we have like here a checkbox, and we can click it, and then all the faces here get clicked. Right. So I think we can implement that. So in order to do that, we have to clean up here a bit. Right. It's a lot of code. So number of faces, cell faces length, yep. I'm still looking for like an easy way to do stuff. This is just like write these tabs, so that's not that special. Checkbox. selected faces, that's that. Right, so selection mode. Like, it doesn't make sense selection mode here because you can't open the face right now. So that's weird. Pop up, delete faces, yes. Right, so here we could do like to do confirmation of delete face. Right, training is also fine. Then we have the auto sizer, then the grid, and we can switch between these, which is also fine. Then we have the modal person added if you want to add a new face, right? So I think the easiest way to proceed is just to refactor the stuff. Handle item click is active item.name. So, okay, that's something completely different. Let's refactor that. So that's not handle item click, that is obviously change tab. Right. So the next thing is the scroll speed handler. Right. And then handle scroll, scroll end, component did mount, get derived state from props. Okay, that's a lot of stuff is happening here. Right, let's go through all the face dashboard things. Last checked, handle click. If this state isn't last checked, this set, okay. But where are we using this? Okay, we use it for shift click, right? So if we click here and then go on shift click, we can select multiple ones. And right, so on deselect, obviously I want to unselect every face, so that's weird. Okay, so right, on face select. We have a lot of log statements in here. Let's get rid of them. Cell renderer, right. So this handles basically how it gets displayed. We use here a different component. Or it works differently to React Pig images. We use the cell renderers and they virtualize everything in it. I don't know exactly how it works, but it works definitely. So, right, here we're doing the probabilities of the of the whole color thing. Well, I think I will put this in a function. Calculate probability. So, and then we have like the label probability, right? And then I just do a return. Okay. Probability, right. Right. Well, actually, I don't think that I need that any longer. We can just do this, right? So calculate probability is also like not really the right thing. It's column. So that makes it more obvious what it actually does. All right, so then we have our div here. And then there's the content. And well, that's interesting. We should translate that, right? To translate this. All right. Yeah, so if I don't know what I actually want to do with a class, I just go through it line by line, and I usually just pick out like small functions and like small components first, and then the class gets smaller, 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 and then it's done pretty yeah, then it's done. And that's usually just easier than worrying too much about stuff. So I think like the whole icon thing could be a good component. So I mean, I can refactor this here. Okay, it crashes. Why do you crash? Okay. Yes, okay, the buffer error curtain. Label probability not defined. Label probability not defined. Label probability, alright, here we go. So that's that. Okay, very cool. Let's see if the refactor worked. Alright, still works and still works. So this is obviously like one component we could add. And then we can also put all the other stuff in there. So let's program that, right? Let's add a new folder, face dashboard. And we are going to create a new class that's called probability icon.ts. Right, so and now we just need a lot of this stuff. And here and that. Okay. And these are like 40 lines of code, right? And then we only have one line. And then the class is also like 8–10% smaller. And it should also be easier to understand. All right, so we have a const, it's called probability icon. Yes. I think I need that use effect. No, this is also not needed. Actually, we just have to do, that's obviously a function, right? So that's equals no, where's my function? There's my function. const. Right, and that's a number. All right, and that should work. And then we have like here return. Right, and that's just this stuff here. And that thing here is like our value. No. Probability. All right. Very cool. That's also just probability. Okay, we call it label probability, but that's also a number. Okay, I don't need that. That is also not needed any longer. I think I need this. All right, so that's our little function. And now I have to do a couple of imports. Okay, so not really sure why he's complaining about that. Whatever. Okay, so React works. We don't use this. We use pop-up and icon. Right. So he's complaining a lot about that thing. Okay, it's not, it's just like this. Very cool. So then we have unreachable code detected. What? So what is happening? Okay. Well, but it's there. I think I have a small little issue somewhere. Right. I don't actually get why he's complaining about that. So pop-up is something we have to figure out. Yeah, right, pop-up. Why don't you want to use this? React modal is not something I need. Yeah, I can this, and now it should work. What? No value exists in scope. Right, and this here is probability. it's really annoying that he complains so much. Undetermined regular expression. It's probably like a really stupid mistake. Why are you complaining? Pop-up refers to a value, but it is used as a type here. Do you mean type of pop-up? No, I mean this thing. And then we have an icon in here. What the freaking hell is happening? Okay. Just okay, so if I take this here and put it here. Unreachable code detected. Are you kidding me? Right. That's so weird. That's so weird. Okay. He just complains non-stop about this. Super weird. Return, return. Export. Yeah, okay, I could also do the export thing here. So that's interesting. So okay, he's fine with that. But as soon as I like do this, he's complaining. Why? Oh man, that's really annoying. Okay. Let's remove this. And let's check out what else we can do. Equals props, and then we have this thingy. Yes, we also have to use this here. Return. Okay, so I think there's something wrong with the server, with the name server, so I will just ignore that for now, and we will restart this thing soon. Alright, and then I need, what else do I need? The div here. It's also interesting that's in a different color and stuff like that, like why? Doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Save. Okay, cool. These are all things that I don't need yet. Save. Okay, cool. And then I will close this, and then I will open this, and he's still complaining. Are you kidding me? Do we have a wrong icon or something? I don't get it. No, it's the same icon. Okay. Interesting. Do I have anything interesting here? From React, Lodash, hooks? No, not really. It looks the goddamn same. Okay. Alright, so that's really weird. I will close Visual Studio Code and we'll reopen it. And now, no, it does not work. I don't get it, like I really don't get it, like probability icon.ts. Alright, let's Google it. Return component. So weird. He also doesn't find that. He doesn't find React. Like, what the hell is happening? Okay, I will just restart it. Like, that's ridiculous. Fish cd libre cd libre photo docker, and let's restart this. Like, I don't see the error currently at all. Yeah, whatever. I will look now some more at these things. Return modal, and it just works. There is the style tag here. Yes. This is so weird. Type script. Function components. Right. Maybe he really expects like props in there, I don't know. So I will just use props, and then I will use props, and then type props, and that's it. Okay, and then I have here props dot probability, and this is also like props dot probability, and he's still like completely freaking out. Okay, moment. Wait a second. All right. I'm back. So if we can't fix this like in the next couple of minutes, I will just refactor the next component, because this is kind of ridiculous. That's correct. Declaration or statement, what? This is so weird. if we define a function, right? Let's go here. Then we do like maybe that's the issue, like something like that. No, I don't know. Okay, let's do this. No, he still does not want to do it. This is really annoying. Like, from what I see, it should work, but it does not. And then it's... no value exists. Yeah. Either declare one or provide an initializer. So now he's complaining that he expected a double thingy. Expected. Okay. This is driving me insane. Your installation is wrong. Wrap the whole code, including the comment, inside a parent in a div. Yeah, okay, let's put the div in the div, I guess. So weird. Like, what? Alright. Like, I can get now really annoyed. So if we now here have our variable, right, and I put this here, then he still complains that he cannot find name div. Are you kidding me? Oh, fuck off. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Cancel. No, man. That is really annoying. That is really annoying. So I forgot to rename it to TSX. Now I know if it looks weird, then that's the issue. Let's make it pretty again. Okay, that works, and then I do just that. Also don't need that any longer. Yeah, now it's working. Awesome. So I also can simplify that, I guess. Again. So that's only like probability now. Okay. Very cool. So that worked. I just have to rename it to TSX. Well, that was wasted 20 minutes. No. All right. So let's remove this. Save. Now I should get like probability. Right. Let's remove this. And that's like probability icon. And then right. Save. So let's see if this works. Let's go to localhost. Okay. None, not a number. Okay, so it spawns, but we used it somehow wrong. Okay, so it will do this anyway as a prop, so that was wasted effort. Okay, let's do it again. Type props equals probability number. Right. Okay, save. And then I do props dot props. And then we have here props dot probability. And we have here props dot probability. Props. What? Probability. All right. Let's check again if this works. Let's go here, and here we go. We have our functional components, and it does now work. Amazing. Cool. So now the whole code is a little bit more compact. We saved a couple of lines of code, and the smaller it gets, the easier it is to see possible improvements. So let's push that. CD deliver photo front end fish git add all git commit extract icon from face dashboard. Very cool. So the next thing is obviously the show photo icon thing, right? So let's create a new thing. Let's call this photo icon.tsx, and then export const photo icon. Okay, and then not props any. We also have like here an interface called props. Type props equals, and that is photo, right? Photo, and that's a string. Very cool. Save. And now I pick these things. Return. Save. Okay, server address. We also need the server address, right? Server address. It's a string. Awesome. And cell.photos we already have. That's props. Very cool. And then I only need the secured image JVT. Secured image JVT. Okay, I don't need that any longer. Awesome. Save. Secured. Here we go. Save. Okay. Photo. Yes, here we go. And that is photo icon. Photo equals cell.photo. All right. So now we also have the photo icon. And if we go back here and do a refresh, it crashes. Okay. Why do you crash? Grid photo icon is not defined. Okay. Well, well, well. Alright, I think I can also simplify that. Let's do it like this. Okay. photo icon. Okay, cool. Let's reload. And it still works. Very cool. So I can also push that. Git add all, git commit. From face dashboard. Yeah, and that's basically how you make incremental progress. Because the more you refactor, the easier the code gets to read, and then can make improvement after improvement after improvement. So now we are like at 523. The general idea should be that we get to like, yeah, I would say maybe 300 lines of code, and then this is in general like really good. So we now have a probability icon with a show photo icon, and then he returns like the general thing, right? So this all is basically the general photo. So that's like the face component. Face component.tsx. Right. And then I need these things probably. Type props and server address probably photo. Yep, sounds about right. I probably also need the probability. Okay, and then we have like const export const face component equals props, and then we make this. Awesome. And then I will copy and paste this thing here. Because it can be either an image or like a header. So that's the general idea from this thing. And we now want to extract this thing. And else he will just return a what's that if? Oh, okay, if it's a cell. If it's not a cell, then return nothing, I guess. Okay. Alright, let's extract everything. Cool. Return. Whoop. Awesome. So we have multiple returns here, which isn't that nice, but that also works obviously. Right, so now we have like a lot of problems here. So the first here is like, okay, that's probability icon, that's like const, right? They don't have to put this in brackets, I think. What is happening? Right, so that's fine. So we have our icons here. Then we have like here our photo and the server address. Both are in props, obviously. Alright, we also have like is scrolling fast, and it's a boolean. That's interesting. I don't need a state for that. Let's just use props dot. Yeah, let's use it like this. Okay, I don't need that. And that looks like this. Cannot find photo icon. It's interesting that you always can find the other thing. Alright, so let's do photo icon. Yes. Very cool. So if props is fast, then we get a key. So we also have a key, right? I think key is a number. Number. Okay. Entry square size props and props. Okay, very cool. Okay, so then we have a select node also. Boolean. Cool. Save. Selected faces is selected. Okay, I think we can just yeah, and style seems to be also something that is given to us. That's any. Active item. Oh man. Never stops. Active item is string. A lot of stuff, definitely. Okay. Okay, and then we have handle click. Okay, but it gets like an event. And like a cell. Well, let's see if that works. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah. Okay. Props. Okay. So we also need the cell, right? Okay. Very cool. So is selected is already here like a thing. Then I think I can just do props is selected. Okay, very cool. This here is right. And low dash is also needed here. Okay. Yeah. I think I only have like a couple of things I still have to add. It probably breaks, right? But still. Especially like the props.style thing. Right, but it doesn't show. Alright, here we go. Can just do that, maybe? No. Very cool, and I only have like one more thing. Save. Okay, that looks cool. And now I need the face dashboard. Return. Face component. Right, key cell, and then I need also, what else do I need? Select mode. I can probably even like simplify that in a lot of places. But one thing after another. What else does it need? Photo, okay. I think that was something from cell, right? So I can just can remove that and do that, right? Very cool. Key, we already have key. That is a thing. That is a thing. Probability is also in cell, if I remember correctly. Save. But it had a different name, right? So what was it called? Cell dot. Alright, let's check out server address because I think it's static. Yes. Can also just use it like that. Then I don't need this any longer. Save. Very cool. Probably can also just put this here. Then it doesn't need that any longer. Very cool. Face component, right? So that's not needed any longer. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I will take a short break and I will be back in a second. Alright, let's continue. So it wasn't called cell.probability, it was called something different, and I will just look it up in the code. They probably also named the live stream wrong. Yeah. Okay, lever photo front end. Layouts, data with, and then face dashboard. Probability. Okay, it's called cell person label probability. Wow, that's like really catchy. Okay, very cool. So the is selected thing in general is a bit weird because like we only care if it's selected, right? So I don't think that we need select mode for that. Oh no, right. Will we render it in general differently if we're in select mode, right? So that is correct. Okay, so we also need the handle click function. Let's go to face dashboard. We don't need that any longer. These are also gone. Here we go. So cell, and then I need select mode I already have is selected equals. Then we have a little function there. Okay. That is also not needed any longer. So we have key, cell is scrolling fast is missing, I think. Is scrolling fast. Very cool. Select mode we have, entry square size. So entry square size is what exactly? Okay, that's a whole function. Okay. Entry square size equals. That's a lot of stuff. Style active item, where do we use this? Okay, yeah. Only render that if we have the other thing, active item. Right, a lot of things. And handle click. Right, so the function is here. Yep, very cool. So, I think this should work. We only have to fix that thing. Declaration or statement expected. Save. Alright, active item. Okay, we already had that. Save. Okay, cool. So let's see if it still renders. No. Because face component is not defined. Alright. Save. And then I think the style thing is an issue. Right. Handle click is not defined. Okay. What what's happening now? Now he's complaining about select mode is not defined. Okay. Okay, I think I can also do this for this. Dot state. Don't think I need server address any longer. Reload. Okay, it now only looks completely broken. That's cool. Right. So we have the style things here, right? And that's a bit weird. So I will just remove that. Okay. Reload. Still very much broken. That's fun. Alright, so style. So we definitely have like a div with the style. So I will just add this, I guess. Face component, style any. Okay. Save. Okie dokie. Let's do this again. And it looks fine. Awesome. I can not select them yet. This dot state last checked. Cannot read properties of undefined. Key is not a prop. Key is not a prop. Wait, but I added key. Okay. Last checked, right? So if we click on last check, then he should set that. Props.cell, yeah. That should work. Cell. I also added the cell, right? Yeah, so cell is also added. Weird. Cannot read property of undefined. So state is undefined? What? That is very weird. So now we'll just add an empty object. Okay. Interesting. To functional component. Okay. Let's bind it. That's probably the issue. Component did mount, and then we bind that, and that's this dot handle click. Right, how now it works. Very cool. So even if I click here, everything's working fine. Awesome. So we obviously still have the issue that on deselection and stuff like that, that it doesn't deselect all faces, but that wasn't our goal. Our goal was just to, in general, refactor stuff, and we did this successfully. Now the face dashboard is even smaller. We're now down to 470 lines. So we're getting there. What did I do now? Git add all, git commit, extract face component from face dashboard. Okay. So now we have less and less stuff to do, which is nice. Now this function is now way smaller. Right, now we can also extract the header, obviously. That's the next thing. New file, header component .tsx. Export const header component equals props. Yep. Okay. And the props are probably the same as always, like type props, and then we have a key, we have cell, probably stuff like that. So let's go to face dashboard. Let's extract this thing. Return. Okay, very cool. So Okay, we have also width, which is new. Width number. Let's import that. And then we have header. No, not like that, please. Header. Yep. Awesome. And then also we have the divider. Okay, cool. Okay, and then we also have to use translation. Okay. Save. Save. And save. Okay, cool. Is scrolling fast isn't relevant, select mode isn't relevant, active item and stuff like that isn't relevant, is selected isn't relevant. We only have these 5 things. Okay. Very cool. And then we just say header component. And then and save. So this should now work. Let's see, F5. All right, looks fine. Very, very cool. So now we're down to 430 lines. Awesome. Git add all. Git commit, extract header from face dashboard. And as you can see, we also like converting it iteratively to TypeScript, which also helps out on that front. All right, so these whole like selection thing and stuff like that will probably stay the same. But we have now a couple of things that we can take care of here. Right? So we could extract this here, right? And then this bar. So let's extract the tabs. New file, tab component.tsx. Right, so we just use this, them, and then we do const tab component props return like this. Let's do an export there. Okay. Type props. And then we have active tab. Yep, yes, let's call it that. And we have change tab. Yeah, so let's see what it actually is, but something like that. Then I also have these things. So that's menu. And then we have also loader. Okay. And that is props active tab. Props active tab, and that's props change tab. This is also props change tab. Okay. And right, so we have two things on the onClick function. We have an event and we have data. So event data any. So that should work. Then I have to use the translation thing. It's really interesting how fast you get once you're in the zone, basically. Okay, very cool. And then we also have like two booleans, and that's fetching labeled okay. Very cool. So let's remove that and let's remove this. And now it is programmed. All right, so let's go back here. Let's add our tab component like that. We don't put anything in there. And now we have to add all the stuff. Right, so active tab is the first one. And that's active item. Then we have handle, change tab, right, like that, oh god, like that, and that's this dot change tab. And then we have this dot state dot and fetching Very cool. So then we have to also bind. Change tab, right? Where is the component did mount? Component did mount. Very cool. Okay, cool. So now if I reload, we can still tap from A to B. And everything is fine. Cool. Now we still have to extract these things here. Which is fine, the button group, right? So select faces. Yeah, it's this whole div thing. All right, and I think that will be all the refactoring I do today. Button header group .tsx export const. Right, but I still want like I can do that later. Return. Okay, so let's extract all this stuff. Very cool. Save. Okay, so now we can create our type. Type props equals. And then we do it like this. So we have a this dot state. We have like what? Select mode. Select mode. That's a Boolean. Right, what else do we have? We have like selected faces. It's any. Select mode right, select mode. Selected faces. Then we have like delete faces. Then we have a couple of functions, right? So, and we also have to extract this thing here. So we have a add face, and that's like faces any to void. Then we have remove faces. Oh, we have also worker availability, all right. Any, I think, because I don't know exactly what it is. And we have train faces. Right. Very cool. And then we also have to use the use translation thing again. Tab component, use translation. Okay. Checkbox. Prop up. And a button. Alright, cool. So let's go through everything. Props dot. Cool. So this here is, yep. So this here is basically a function, right? So that's change select mode, and that's just right. Very cool. So let's extract that. Let's add this here as a function. Save. Very cool. Okay, so then we have this here. Don't need that any longer. We have props instead. Same thing here. But that's also a function. Cool. Now add faces, right? So that's the function name. And then I will just add faces. Right. So then we have the next thing here. Props. So this is also a new function. Says, yep. Save. Remove faces, whatever. I think delete faces is more accurate because we're currently really deleting that. Okay, delete faces, then I don't need that any longer. That's just props for now. Availability, yep. Hey, a new prop. Okay, and then we have the function train faces, face dashboard, train faces. Okay, save. Train faces, awesome. And then I remove this. Okay, cool. Let's do this, and then I have to add this here. Button, header group, and then I will add all the different functions and stuff like that. Bam. Equals. All right. I don't need, oh yeah, I need this. Save. Okay, cool. So now that's a whole lot smaller too. Now I have to bind a couple of more things. One, two, three, four, and then I have delete faces, and then I have add faces, and then I have change selection mode, and then I have train faces. Very cool. Okay. That looks good. Let's reload. Let's go to invert. Remove that. Yep, still worked. That is definitely a new person. That also works. Alright, very cool. Okay, so now we have refactored a lot of stuff. And we didn't run into any issues, which is great. Git add all, git commit, extract, button group, header from face dashboard. Oh damn, I didn't add the tab component before that. Well, then that's faces. Do we even use this? No, we don't use this. Do we use this? No. 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 So that just the faces list. No, I don't think so. All right, so that's reduced. So don't need that any longer. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Show sidebar. I think that is needed, yeah, to calculate the width. All right. .t, okay. Label. I also think we don't need that any longer. Save. Because all the translated components are now somewhere else. Very cool. Okay. Now we're down to 366 lines. We started with 574, so 200 lines of improvement, and like that makes a huge difference if you work with it. Because then you can see, okay, this belongs there and stuff like that. We can also like these functions, we could also, or at least these functions here, I think we could also remove like in the button group. Yeah. Right. And then we still have probably a lot of things we can improve here in this part of the code, because like this handle click thing looks still very long, very, very long, you know? All right, but I think this was very productive. I think we can now do a git push. Oh, all right, git pull. You have unstaged changes, right. Remove unused imports and props. Git push. Git pull. All right. Okay. I think if when we like refactor that to a functional component, the face dashboard, then it also gets like smaller again, right? because I think for like the AutoGrid stuff, there are functional components. And then we can look into, okay, how can we like conditionally load new faces and then select based on the header and stuff like that. And even now, if somebody wants to do it right now, I think it's now way easier to actually do it, because you just have to add something to the header component. You can look into face component. Okay, we handled this here, that, and that way. It's probably something like, okay, we add here a checkbox, and then then a handle function to add all the faces of the group. Shouldn't be too hard. Maybe we will need all the associated faces, right? In order to select them all. That could be a bit tricky, but again, it's not that much code any longer. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like my videos. You can like this video. You can also support me on GitHub sponsors, which helps me out a lot. And if you found a bug, leave a comment. Alright, see you next time. Bye.